Okay, welcome, and this is our next lesson, and this is Shabuilt Uganda e-learning, and my name is Nelson, and this is going to be our self-study lesson. So in this lesson we want to be able to look at what we call more about the volume of volume of cuboids. Remember, we are able to look at this, and we were able to calculate some of these numbers. We were able to find out what volume is, getting the shaded part of the volume, or even when given the volume, to find the missing sides like here. So in today's lesson we want to be able to look at what we call the total surface area. Okay. So this is also more concerned with volume because we use the same figures, the same shapes as getting the total the total surface area. Okay, so when you talk about the total surface area, it is concerned with the faces within our cuboid or our cube. Okay, we are saying it concerns more on the faces that are within our cube or a cuboid. Remember, this is our this is our cube. Okay, this is our this is our cube. Okay, and we said that this is just a container. Okay, this is just a container, but we want to know maybe the volume of it, maybe the surface area, okay, of our cube or a cuboid. So when it comes to this, we are saying it is concerned with the faces. Okay, so when we talk about the faces, here are the faces. This one, we can call it our face 1. Okay, let me write it very well, our face 1. And also this one, we can also call it our face 2. Then also this one, our face 3. So now we can now say that our cuboid here, our cuboid which is given has 3 faces. Okay, so now when it comes to these cubes or cuboids, there are those that have even more than one face. Okay, let me show you the one that we can see having more than one face. Okay, let me get something interesting here as far as colors. Okay, let me get a color, and let me choose a good color here. Okay, let me choose a good color. Yeah, let me choose red. So we are saying we want to look at cuboids that are having different more than 3 faces. Okay, so here is our cuboid with more than 3 faces. We want to understand if a standard cuboid has how many faces. Okay, so now let's start naming one. If we first start with this which is up, okay, the one which is up, this is going to be our face 1. Our face 1. Remember, this has another one which is opposite to it, so we can say times times 2. Then we also have this, we call it our face 3, our face 2. Okay, our face 2. But it also has another one which is facing it, the one which is opposite, so also times times 2. Okay, then which one else do we have? We have this one, then we have this one. Okay, this and this. So now when we count the faces, we can count this as our 1. We count this as our 2. Okay, we have also this as our 3. We have this as our 4. Okay, then we also have this one as our 5. Then we also have the one which is down, this one. This is going to be 6. So now we can now say that this cuboid has 6 faces. This cube has 6 faces. Okay, so now when it comes now to solving the total surface area, it is going to depend on how many faces that tube having. That's when we can now be able to solve out the total surface area of that cube. So let's look at more examples here. Now this is how we can solve how we can solve a cuboid. So now in this cuboid they are saying finding the total surface area of this cuboid. We have what we call a formula for this to find our total surface area. Now we are saying our TSA is the total what? The total surface area. Okay, so this is what we call the TSA. So we have a formula that we use which is equal to 2 into bracket L times width. Remember, if our cuboid is in form of a rectangle, so we can now be able to know that if it is form of a rectangle, we can now be able to know or understand the faces that it has. For example, the one that we have here, we have our face 1, okay, we have our face 2, we have our face 3. These are the faces that are in that. But when we extract these faces, our face 1 can look like this. Okay, our face 1 will look like this, where we have our 4 centimeters and 2 centimeters. This is our face 1. Then our face 2. This is our face 2. Okay, this is going to be our what? Our face 2. Our face 2 has 3 what? 3 centimeters, 2 centimeters. Okay, then our face 3 also. Our face 3. Okay, this is our what? Our face 3. You can see that our face 3 has our 4. This is 4 centimeters. And then this is also 3 centimeters. Okay, so when we are finding out the surface area, now we want to find the surface area of this and the surface area of this and the surface area of this. So to get the total surface area of all the cuboid, we should be now able to combine these surface area. So that's why we say that the total surface area of this tube is going to be equal to, remember these are rectangles all. So now we can say 2 into bracket our length times width for our first one. Then we also add our second total surface, our second face, which is 2 into bracket. Okay, 2 into bracket our length times width. Then we also add our third what? Face, which is 2 into bracket length times width. Okay, so now we have seen that this is how we come up with our formula as far as getting the total surface area. So now we can now be able now to substitute in within this formula of ours that we have formed. In our face 1 we have our 3 times what? 3 times 4 times 2. Okay, 4 times 2. This for this it is here. And then we also have our 4 times 3, 4 times 3, which is here. Then we also have our 3 times 2. 3 times 2, this is the 1. So now after we have substituted in, we just solve this. Here we get our, this is 12, this is 8, this is 3. So 2 times 12, 2 times 8, then 2 times 6, we come up with a total surface area of this. Okay, so this is the total surface area of our cuboid. So let's look at now some of the examples that we can solve as far as total surface area is concerned. Now, for us to be able to solve the total surface area, we can use an example of this. Remember, we have been able to say this is going to be what? This is going to be total surface area. Let me get a pen here. Okay. Okay, this is not part of our lecture, our lesson. So we are going to find out the total surface area of a figure, which is this. We are going to have our cube with 6 faces, okay? With 6 what? 6 faces. Okay, we are going to have okay, let me get another color here, which is interesting. Okay, so now we are going to get this. Okay, so this is going to be our what? Our cuboid. Okay, that is our what? Our figure. So now we are saying this is equal to this one, it is equal to this one, equal to this one, equal to this one. This is also equal to this one. All the sides are what? All the sides are equal. So we have our 10 centimeters. Then here they tell you to find the total surface area. Okay, so now when they tell you to find the total surface area of a figure like this, how do you start? Okay, how do you start finding the total surface area of this figure? Remember, we have set out our formula as what? As our 2 into bracket length times the width, depending on how many what? How many faces are they. So here we have our 6 faces. This is 1, we can say. Okay, this is going to be our, let me get another kind of color to differentiate what? To differentiate this. Okay, if you have our face 1, this one, then we have our face 2, I will have our face 3. Okay, face 3. We have our face 4. We have our face 5. We have our face what? Face 6. So these are our faces. Remember, we are having each face is having 10 centimeters width and length and the width. So now we want to find out the total surface area of face 1, okay, which is this one, face 2, face 3, face 4, face 5, face 6. So how can we come with all this? Remember, we have our 10 as the width and also here our 10, because when you indicate these marks, shows that all this is equal to one another. Okay, so now we want the total surface what? Total surface area. Okay, total surface area, TSA. Here we should be able now to look at, if we have our first face, with 10, okay, and also 10. So that means if we use our formula, which is length times the width, we shall be able to get our answer as what? What is 10 times 10? That is 100. This should be in centimeters, okay? Centimeters. So now we are counting that how we have our 6 totals, our 6 faces. So now this means for us to be able to get our total surface area, TSA, we should be able to say that our 100, okay, for the one what? For the one face, okay, 100 centimeters for the one face, for the one face, okay, for the one face. Then for 6 faces, we shall now be able to say that 100 times the 6 what? The 6 faces. So our total surface area here should be equal to 600 centimeters. Is that right? Hope you have been able to pick this. We are saying, to make a recap, we are saying we are looking at the total surface area of this figure of ours, and in this figure of ours we have many faces. There are actually 6, but the sides are equal to one another. So what we do is to find out the face of to find out to the area of one what? Of one face. And we know that our one face here is we have the sides as 10 and length, then width this. So we get the area of one surface area times the total surface times the surface area within our what? Within our container. There are 6. So that's why we're able to say that our 100, the one we got as our area for our face 1 times the what? Times 6. So become 600. Alright, that's how we can easily find the total surface area of our cube, which is having our 6 faces. So when you are trying to find out the total surface area of this cube, please consider the number of faces that you are having. Is when you can guess and find out the right answer to the total surface area of that figure. Okay, I think this we have been able to get some good concept on the total surface on the total surface area. So I should be able to thank you very much and being part of this our lesson, and please be able to check out on our list and also subscribe to get some more upcoming lessons, and also comment to tell us how do you feel with the lesson and the way how we can make some improvement, the way how we can make it right for you, because we want to move with you at the same page. This is my telephone number and this is our email, that is elearning@shareability.net. Thank you very much. God bless you. See you in the next lesson.